Hey guys, and welcome back for another Christmas tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really beautiful mantle scarf. And if you're not already watching the 12 days of Christmas tutorials, check out the playlist that will be linked below. And don't forget to subscribe to see the future tutorials. So this will be a custom pattern just for you because everyone has, different mantle sizes. So I'm just going to take you through the process of how I created mine. And for more information about this pattern and for the materials list, that will all be at the blog post, which will be linked in the information icon. So the first thing I did was measure out the length of my mantle. So it's 78 3/4 inches by 8 inches deep. So I'm going to cut a rectangle that is 1 inch larger at 79 3/4 by 9 inches. So this is going to lay flat over my whole entire mantle. Because I have such pretty fabric, I didn't want to use it all up, so I'm using 2 pieces of contrasting fabric. So this will be the top, and then I will have a green for the underside. And then I'm going to figure out how I want my fringe. So this is where you can get creative and customize it the way you like it. So I chose to do smaller triangles. I'm using 2 different sizes. If you go over to Pinterest and you type in mantle scarf, you will see all kinds of different designs. Really long triangles. They even have them over the sides of your mantle, but I don't want to hide the fireplace, so I'm just going to do short little triangles. So I cut out 10 of the smaller triangles and 12 of the larger ones. I'm not going to be putting triangles the whole length of my mantle scarf because, like I said, I just wanted to keep it right above the fireplace, but a lot of mantle scarves have the triangles going right across the whole entire thing. So it's totally up to you how you want to do it. So I'm just going to take my triangles and I'm going to put 2 together with the right sides together, and I'm going to sew up one side and down the other. And I will do that for all my triangles, and in the end I will have I'll have 5 of the red triangles, and then I'll have 6 of the poinsettia triangles. So I hope you're enjoying the 12 days of Christmas tutorials. If you are following along, I just want to let you know that I do have sneak peeks over at the blog, which is charmedbyashley.com, so you can get early access to the next tutorial. So you can go there, and the most recent blog post will be tomorrow's video. And also, if you do make any of the 12 days of Christmas tutorials, I would love to see them. So please go over to the Facebook page, which is charmedbyashley.com, as well as my Instagram. And I would love if you shared, because then I will share your photos across my Facebook and Instagram so that everyone can see what everybody's making. Okay, so after you're done your triangles, you're just going to flip them right sides out and then press them. I snipped the end of the triangle so that when I do turn it right side out, I would have a nice and sharp point. And then after I did all the triangles, I decided that I was going to do a top stitch on all of them. So you can do that if you want to, but you don't have to. And now I'm just going to lay all of my triangles out on the floor just to see how I like it. And I'm going to lay my poinsettia fabric down. Sorry, my table is not big enough, so I had to go down to the carpet. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay down my poinsettia triangles, because those are going to be in the front, and we are sewing this inside out. And then I will put my red triangles on top. I'm just showing you here that you want to overlap your triangles if you want them to be touching when you finish sewing. So if you're going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, then make sure that your triangles are overlapping a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to place my red triangles on top because those are going to be in the back. And then I'm going to put the green fabric and make a little sandwich and just lay that on top. And when we do sew along this side, we will just tuck in those points so we don't end up sewing over top of them. So now we're going to sew all the way around, and we will leave a 5 or 6 inch gap, and that will be used for turning. So I'm just going to quickly sew that, and this is in real time. This is actually how fast I sew. No, I'm kidding. I wish, right? Just imagine how much stuff I would get done in a day. Okay, so once you're done that, then you're going to find your hole and you're going to flip it right sides out. And then you can have your iron and ironing board handy, and you can go ahead and press it down when you're done flipping it. I love this fabric. It is so beautiful. It's got like shimmer in it. I think I got it at Joann's a few years ago, but I'm sure they have some sort of variation of it every year. So yeah, I'm just going to iron that up, and then that hole, I'm gonna turn in those raw edges, and then I'll press that also. And then you can do a top stitch all the way around the rectangle only, and then that will close up your little hole there, and then you're done. So then you can go ahead and hang it on your mantle, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you know, you can't buy these. I've never ever seen them. I just came across it on Pinterest and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it's a new idea for you. If you do give it a try, please share on the Instagram or Facebook. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the 7th day of Christmas tutorials. Bye guys.